Movie soundtracks have always had a great influence on me, especially when, out of the blue, the use of a pop song would come and punctuate a scene, giving it life.
Et maintenant, pour Christophe qui habite le 5e, de la part de Juliette qui habite le 1er, L'amour moderne, par David Bowie.
For the longest time, hearing a song we had previously heard in a film would make cinematic memories burst. It would be a way to re-experience the movie when we were not in front of it, to be able to hold a part of it outside of the cinema. Pop songs could bring you the surprise of recognizing the familiar in an exotic context, because pop songs are universal no matter what the language. When it comes to contemporary films, Nicholas Winding Refn's Drive comes up in the cultural zeitgeist as in having one of the most influential and interesting soundtracks of the recent past, which brilliantly fuses its main score with the use of pop songs. The film's gruesome and dark side is balanced by the music's vivid romance, rolling on a heave of dreamy pop. Which made me completely thwarted that no longer than 3 years later, some British radio personality took upon the task of rescoring the film and present it on television.
Radio 1 rescores.
Drive, October 30th, 10 p.m, BBC 3. Starring Ryan Gosling, directed by Nicholas Winding Refn. Soundtrack curated by me, Zane Lowe. October 30th, 10 p.m, BBC 3.
I immediately thought of 1984's re-release of Metropolis, where the classic Fritz Lang film was restored, colorized, and amplified. Though it was not the complete version of the film, what shocked the most was the pop music influenced soundtrack it was given, curated by disco producer Giorgio Moroder. However, in the end, this experiment, which came to be 60 years after the initial release of the film, was much more the catalyst for a concept album and a visual treat for the MTV generation who had never seen the original film.
Hearts catch fire, so has mine. Here's my heart.
Its musical tempering is inoffensive, not only because it is made out of fun, but because a silent film can simply not be ruined by sound.
Love don't pay no bills. Love don't give no indication. Love just won't stand still. Love kills, drills you through your heart. Love kills, scars you from the start. It's just a living bastard, ruining your heart life. Stay for a lifetime, won't let you go. 'Cause love won't leave you alone.
The case of the Drive rescore, however, is different and much more problematic. To experiment in making an alternative soundtrack to a film that was praised for its brilliant use of music seems like a bad idea.
When I close my eyes, there's nothing left to
Don't want to hear. I'm gonna show you where it's dark, but have no fear.
There's something inside you.
Because the film is still very fresh in our minds, I pondered on the overall appeal of such a project. Why rescore a film with an electropop soundtrack with another similar electropop soundtrack? In the sequence of the original film, the song has a solemn appeal and gives depth to what has yet to arrive. Its luminous tone comes to contradict the violence that was experienced and that is to be unleashed.
Nature's miracle once more.
Yet the song used in the rescore has a vengeful and dark undertone that takes the scene in a different way that was presented in the original version.
The sun will rise with my name on your lips. 'Cause everything will change tonight.
A day, a brighter day, when all the shadows will fade away. That day I'll cry that I believe, that I believe. Oh, my love, the sun now embraces.
As if the rescored version had the intention of wearing a mask, hiding the true nature of its scene. If Drive had its soundtrack as a pulse, making the whole film feel alive, the rescored version loses its way in trying to be different and familiar at the same time. The result is inauthentic and in no way can live up to the original. Zane Lowe, the man behind this project, undertook the project with the blessing of the director, claiming that everything was made in good fun. In the age of the internet, where we believe that we own everything we consume, this kind of appropriation of a film is elusive and unnecessary. But the fact remains that the rescore is a lesser film than the original, even though nothing of its premise and narrative aspects were touched. No one can be indifferent to the travesty it makes of its use of the soundtrack. Therefore, this peculiar case of the Drive rescore makes us aware of the importance some filmmakers have in choosing songs that not only fit, but build onto the films that they are presenting us. Pop songs have the power not only to add, but also build characters and worlds that are tangible. The saying used to be that we were all critics, but it is almost to say that the constant access to audio-visual technology made us all think that we were filmmakers as well. If there is a lesson to be learned, it would be to leave things alone, especially if they were fruitful the first time around. I mean, who would dare change this next song for anything else?
The rhythm of the night. This is the rhythm of my life.